Be the change. Be the change. What is the best focus that you can have in your life at the moment? What is the best focus you can have? Where can you place your phone? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So what is the best focus that you can have in your life right now? Where in your life do you need to send and allow the energy to work? Where in your life would it be good to have some extra healing energy, because you have the healing energy, and with the focus on the area of your body, your mind, your soul, maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's your job, can be many things. Maybe it's the belief systems that needs to be looked at. Esther and Abraham Hicks says, any thought that you continue to think, any thought that you continue to think is called a belief. And many of your beliefs serve you extremely well. Thoughts that harmonize with the knowledge of your source, and thoughts that match the desires that you hold. But some of your beliefs do not serve you well. Thoughts about your own inadequacy and your unworthiness are examples of those kind of thoughts. So it's all good until we come to inadequacy and unworthiness. Perhaps that's a clue to where focus would be. It would be wise to place focus at the moment. Inadequacy, feeling good enough, like you're good enough. You're worthy, of course you're worthy. Beware of unconscious assumptions. Don't make assumptions. And this also goes with the beliefs, the unconscious assumptions. Unconscious assumptions goes right hand in hand with beliefs, because sometimes we've been thinking it so many times that we don't even know it anymore. It's just automatic. It's just one of the programs. Running programs. But we don't even think about it. You don't even notice it until it pops out in different scenarios. Maybe there is an opportunity that comes to you and you say, no, I can't do it. Not because you don't want to, because you feel like you're not good enough for it. So that's the kind of places where the insecurities, the unworthiness, not feeling good enough, they come up when there are things to do, or good things in your life, where you could grow your life, where you can do stuff that is a little bit different. And then often these things come up and they sabotage everything. So don't make assumptions. Be aware of unconscious assumptions. Assumptions are made so fast and unconsciously most of the time, because we have agreements to communicate this way. We have agreed that it is not safe to ask questions. We have agreed that if people love us, they should know what we want and how we feel. You love me, you should know what I want and how I feel. So we assume that, and we're kind of trained to not ask too many questions. It can be uncomfortable to be asked questions. And what is the antidote to making assumptions? Questions. Ask questions. If you're uncertain about it, if you don't really know what they're talking about, I don't quite understand what you're trying to say. Could you explain it a different way? I'm not sure that I really understand what your point is. So, and then you can ask about it until you understand what they are actually saying. And it will cause way less confusion, way less, sometimes even embarrassment, way less a lot of things. And also our beliefs. So how do you know even what kind of beliefs do you hold for yourself? How do you even know that? One way that you can do, figure it out, is to look back and then think about, like, what are the things that you have been told that you are throughout your life? When you grew up, like, what did they tell you that you were? Or like your friends, your family, where you grew up, your schoolmates, or whatever, your the peers around you. Like, what did they tell you that you were when you grew up? And if you sit down as an adult and you look at those things, you're gonna probably see that deep within your psyche, you are still telling yourself these things. Now you do it on your own. Used to be other people who did it. Now they don't have to do it anymore. You do it yourself. And you're going to continue to do that. This is the, I'm going to say how I say it. This is the tricky part, because, okay, I'm not going to laugh about it because it's not really funny. It's funny after the fact when you understand it and you see it, then it can be funny, but it's not really that funny. So you just keep repeating it. Like you keep repeating it, you be beating yourself up like that. After they are not in your life anymore, they're not saying those things about you anymore. Now you keep doing it to yourself, and you're gonna keep doing that until you die, unless you sit down, you just close your eyes a little bit, you start to remember what they used to call you. Maybe you write down the things that you used to be called, and then what they used to say about you, and then you write it all down. Take some time to sit and feel around it and be okay with it. It's just words. It doesn't mean that you are these things, not at all. This is the whole point, because they're just words and you are not words, you are way more than that. And so once you get the words out here and you can see what they used to say, and now this is possibly one of the strongest beliefs that you hold about yourself that will infect, like it will make you sick. It will make you sick, and it will infect everything, especially feeling of worthiness or unworthiness and inadequacy. So looking at those things, and then you can start working on those things. Now you can take one thing and you can write something completely different, and you just start making affirmations about that, like I am worthy, I am loved, it is easy to love me, I am an easy person to be around, I am a quiet and obedient child. And then you be saying stuff, you be reversing the things that they used to tell you that you were. And then you're gonna see some amazing transformations. And that's the only way that you can break those patterns of the programming. You have to go in there, you have to be aware of where they are. Like Eckhart Tolle is saying, he's saying, if you put your awareness to it, it cannot survive, right? It won't be there anymore, because now you know about it, and then it dissipates. And so once you become aware of these things and you put your attention to it, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Now you can heal that part. Someone showing up with great beauty and strength. Ooh, and lots of wellness. Brand new idea too. Okay, so someone's showing up here in a very good light. There are some very good energies in this particular message right here. Queen of Wands, beauty, strength, kind of a radiance and passionate. Done a lot of work. If you are the Queen of Wands, you have done a lot of work, and that beauty, you cannot go to any machinery and have it put on your face. You have to work for it. This is the kind of beauty that you cannot buy it. This is the kind of beauty that you have to do the work, the inner work. If you do the inner work, the spiritual work, from being like a fool or like being on the brink of, I don't know, I'm unconscious, I have no idea what's going on around me. I used to be there. Like everybody is there at some point in their life. The journey will take you to the enlightenment if you keep working on it. And so the goal is to be, as a soul, as much enlightened as you can. The Queen of Wands had done a lot of work. And I know a lot of people will be calling themselves, yeah, I'm the Empress, or yeah, I'm the Queen of Wands. And it's like, yeah, I probably doubt it, because it takes a lot of work to do that. It takes a lot of work, and it takes, it takes a lot of work. It's a good accomplishment. So if you're already there, then you have done major improvements, good work in your life. 10 of Pentacles, this is a big chunk of money, so perhaps you have some money coming to you, or perhaps you're about to make some great money with this brand new idea that you got going on here. Aces, boom, from God, bang, there you got it, the idea. Okay, let me try and do that. And then you try and do that, and it's like, whoa, here comes the money, comes raining in. That was a good choice that you did that. Doing the work on yourself. Great choice. Always a great choice. You will never, ever, ever regret any of the work that you do on yourself. Bringing in the money, bringing the idea to life. So you can have the idea. They can give you all the ideas that you want, but like the divine or universe, the consciousness can give you all the ideas that you want, but you have to put them into works. That's when the action is. Like, otherwise they're just ideas. And you can listen to these kind of videos all day long, and you can hear all the things that would be good to do. But it's not until you sit your body down, or you stand up, or you lay down, however you prefer. You sit down, you do some internal investigation. Where am I at? How do I feel? What do I need to do? What is the area of my life that could use the most attention at the moment? Where would it be best to place my focus? Okay, so we got 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. So, placing your attention to what would be your wish fulfillment. When you brush that little genie and this popping out, this whatever, the little ghost is popping out and it's like, hey, what do you wish for? What would be your wish for? What is it that you wish for? When the little genie, that's what it's called. Little genie popping out of there. And then what would you wish for? And the wish fulfillment, like wishes coming true. Great news, like something of the heart, something of compassion, emotion, happy, good. Like what would make you happy? And placing your attention to perhaps some burdens that is going on in your life at the moment. There is some kind of, maybe you're a people pleaser. Hey, can you help me with? Sure, I can help you. Hey, could you? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Hey, could you? Yeah, I'll do it. Do you have time? Oh, I don't have time this week. I can do it next week. Okay, can you do this? And then, yeah. And you say, yes. Yes, I can do it. So people pleasing because you don't want to feel bad. You don't want to feel unworthy. You don't want that little unworthiness wound, or like this sense of being inadequate. Like if I'm inadequate and I say no to them, then they're probably never going to talk to me again. Or if I say no, then they're probably not going to want to be my friend. So I always have to say yes, because I don't feel worthy on standing without them. And so there's one way that the unworthiness wound and the inadequacy wound could pop up and create some heavy loads. And it's very difficult to do everything for everybody. So the 10 of Wands, carrying the whole world in your back, that's a lot of carrying. That's a whole big chunk of burdens right there. So placing focus on getting some little bit of rest. However you can do that. Maybe take a nap right before you go, or maybe you just lay down and you close your eyes for a little bit and tell your body to just rejuvenate, recharge itself, and then you just tell your body what you want it to do. And so that you can ease up some of the burdens that you are holding, because I don't know if you have some people have 3 jobs, some people have a lot of work to do, like they have a lot of responsibilities. And so they have to have all these jobs or like doing all these things to make things happen. Or maybe you're like myself, having multiple projects that you would like to get into works. And so you have to spend a little bit of time on all of them constantly. There's the seven of Pentacles, which and this is kind of saying that you will reap rewards, like you are climbing upwards. I like this Seven of Pentacles here from Missy Gross in the Unity deck. It's pretty. He's climbing slowly but surely upwards. It's challenging to put in a lot of hard work. It's challenging. There's a lot of effort, energy, time. Everything goes into it. All of your choices go into it. You have to be in line with it. You have to feel up for the par. You have to be in good shape. There's a lot of things that goes into putting in hard work. And working towards the wish fulfillment, working towards the wishes coming true. Understanding also that you are kind of your own genie, like you're your own genie. Like nobody's going to show up and save us. Like nobody's going to show up out of the blue and just save you. It doesn't happen like that. Maybe in the fairy tales, but it doesn't really happen like that. You have to put in works, and you have to be, you got to put in the work. And the Seven of Swords is here. This can be an encouragement to take a different type of route towards your destination. Whatever your wish fulfillment is. Perhaps there are a lot of people doing the same thing. Maybe you can find a way that you can do it that is a little bit outside of the box, or a little bit of, just put a little difference to it. Something different, like that you can use strategy, or you can use your wits to kind of attain something in a different way. This can also be that you ought to put attention to someone around you who is lying to you. This can be also that you're lying to yourself. Sometimes there can be other people, but most of the time, yeah, other people do what other people do, but we do what we do to ourselves too. And so here, since we're starting out with the unworthiness and the inadequacy, and also the main focus, like where would be the best place to place your focus at this particular point in time? And then lying to ourselves. And this can be like, maybe you don't feel like you're good enough to put all these things into works and work for your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Perhaps you don't feel like you're good enough for that, or perhaps you feel like you're unworthy of it. And then these old programs, they're going to pop up and they're going to block the whole progress. This is why it is so important. It is so smart. It is so wise. It's such a great time spent to sit down and work on these things. Like, where are you feeling inadequate or unworthy? Write it down. Put your focus on it. Wherever you place your focus, your attention will go there. Your energy flows there. And so here with this card, honesty to oneself is very difficult because we've placed a lot of our thinking under wraps. So we stuffed it down way long ago, because when the parents, the teachers, the peers, the friends, they were saying stuff, they were calling us stuff, saying stuff, doing stuff. And instead of having the ability and the wisdom to deal with it, we stuff it down and put a lid on it. And you put a lid on it, and then it comes popping back up. And so being honest with oneself is also being honest about those things that are behind the lid. That's where the honesty comes from. It's below the lid, it's under the lid. That's where you're going to find your authenticity, because now your authentic reactions, your authentic self is going to be able to come out. Once you get those programs, like you cut them off, once you put your awareness to it, and once you see it and you acknowledge it, it will disappear. And so then you don't have to worry. They don't have to worry about it anymore. And all the work that you put in, all the heavy burdens that you do, everything that you do will be worth it, because you are working on a great idea, and you are the Queen of Wands, and you are working towards the 10 of Pentacles, which is your whole, like, everything that you want, and having more than you ever need. And then you can like have great wealth in your life, in time, having time to use to what you want to do, having the money, the resources to do that, having the wisdom, the knowledge, the ideas, everything, having friends and people around you that you can really rely on, that builds you up, that helps you be stronger. It's a valuable, like super valuable thing, probably maybe the most valuable thing that you can find in this world. And it's like diamonds. They're far and few. They're few and far in between. Because, people have all kinds of stuff going on in their lives. So working on these things, putting your focus on what you really want to accomplish. And then being honest with yourself. Where are you at? How much work have you put in? How much more work do you have to do? And just do one little thing at a time. Like she said, the White Feather Tarot, she say, eat the little monsters. Big monsters, little monsters, and then you just eat the little monsters one by one. And you get things done like that. That was a productivity hack from the White Feather Tarot. So doing stuff like that, like being productive, or also sitting down, going inwards, figuring out, being honest with ourselves is the hardest thing to do. Like being honest with ourselves, because we want to make ourselves feel better, and we want to portray ourselves in a good light. So all the things that we do, sometimes not completely honest with ourselves. And the wish fulfillment. Blonde female. Blonde female or redhead. Perhaps there's something in your, some person in your life that is not being honest with you. Perhaps there is someone in your life that is about to betray you. They come around every so often with their little daggers, and they do all kinds of weird stuff. So this could be a blonde female that you need to be aware of. This can also be, well, it can be any kind of person. Could be any kind of person. Perhaps this is a person from your past that you have to remember what they used to say to you, that you can bring up some good stuff, bad stuff. Placing focus. What do you want? Your wish fulfillment. What do you want? Your wish fulfillment. You are worthy. You are adequate. Period. But until you believe it, nothing is going to change. Until I believe it, nothing is going to change. So we have to convince ourselves in one way or the other. Find a way that you can convince yourself and really, truly believe that. And you're going to be on your merry way to your 9 of Cups. Those are the little issues, the little tweaks. And you'll be on your way. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, and it respects the beautiful light in you. And until next time,